Hey, welcome back. Going to try and finish up the portable diesel fueling station for my friend. Had to take a little break from it. I'm actually a working shop, so I have to do these projects when I can fit them in. But anyway, I'm back, and today we're going to go ahead and just for memory, I'll show you if you remember from video 1. This is the tank after I welded it together, at least the bottoms and the sides. I water tested it to make sure it didn't leak. She's all good, at least up to that point. And then today we're gonna go ahead and start putting the I need 2 of these in the top. This is the very top section that goes right there along the top of the tank. This one is actually for the fuel pump. This one's for the fuel cap, and I want to get those welded up real nice and tight both sides before I put it up on top. So anyway, that's what I'm going to start doing, and then we're going to actually cut a hole in the back of the tank here, probably right here, because this is the, if you remember right, I had it sloped to this back corner. Have a hole cut in the back of this for a drain of some kind, probably just a piece of black pipe and a cap, basically. But anyway, I'm going to start putting this thing together, and hopefully we can get it done today. I don't know if I'll get to paint or not, but you guys probably don't care about paint. But anyway, we'll just see what the day entails. So here's the part that I want to put in the back for a drain. It's just a simple black iron pipe, 1/2 inch. I'm going to actually put it in with the slugger mag drill. And sadly, I don't actually have the right bit for it. This is actually 1 inch. This is actually about 7/8, maybe a little shy of that. But that's okay. That's what welding is all about. And I'll show you. We're going to actually put it in the back of this tank, which I've moved up here. That's a 1 inch hole, 3/16. That's how easy it is. I'm just going to tack weld these up so that obviously they can't go anywhere. So I got it all welded up, at least the tank and everything. I still got some parts and pieces to weld on it, wheels and brackets and kind of the hose hanger I was telling you guys about. But I'll at least show it to you. It's not awesome, it's not pretty, but it is a fuel tank, so does it need to be? Probably not. I mean, I didn't really clean up the welds that much other than wire brushed them just because I, you know, it's a fuel tank. I'm going to paint it. It's not that big a deal. So anyway, I got it all ready to go with parts, and I'll show you how some of those parts are going to go on. Like I said, I guess I'll show you the wheels first. So I basically just cut out some rectangular tubing. I believe this was 3 by 6. Cut 2 brackets out of it, basically. Maybe it's only 2 by 6. Yeah, 2 by 6. And I'm going to actually mount these to the side of the tank itself. Let me show you on the other side. Let's see. I have one kind of mocked up here. So this is the front one, and I actually have it mounted basically, you know, with the bracket on there or whatever. And I'm actually going to weld that in this position right here, kind of in the front. I'll weld all around that bracket right there, and basically the wheels will hang down, you know, about 2.5, 2 3/4 inches for clearance underneath the tank. And I'll have one here in the front, well, 2 in the front and 2 in the back, but the ones in the back will actually have swivel wheels on them. They kind of look like this. I'm sure you've seen swivel wheels before, but that gives it some, you know, mobility, so it doesn't want to just go in one straight line. And then underneath I'm gonna have, this is kind of unusual, but because I'm gonna have the wheels on this tank, and this tank's pretty heavy already. It's about, gosh, I don't know, I lift it by myself, and it's probably pushing 120 pounds, I would say right now, because that's about all I can do really without, you know, tipping over. But the problem with it is, you know, it's going to have all this stuff hanging off it, hoses and pump and wheels and stuff, and it's going to be pretty heavy. So I still got to mount some picks, 4 pick eyes on it somewhere. I'm going to weld those on. So the guy that I'm making it for can actually use his tractor, put basically some straps through them and lift it up. And the idea is he's going to lift it up, put it in the back of his trailer, because he doesn't actually have a truck. He has a Toyota 4Runner, but he's going to put it in the trailer and set it in the back of the trailer, strap it down, take it to town, put 40 plus gallons of fuel in it, which is about what this holds. I think it holds about 42. And the problem with that is if I actually have those wheels on the bottom like I've told you about and showed you, you know, it's going to be kind of a pain to tie down, especially when you're one guy, and he's only one guy. He doesn't have anybody that lives with him. Well, hopefully that wasn't too confusing for you. I was trying to help you understand, but I guess worst case scenario, you'll see it when it's done, and then probably you will understand. So then the last and remaining things I need to put on here besides the pump and all that stuff is I made him a little decorative to go on the front. I think I told you I was putting a hose hanger on the front. So this is kind of the half bar piece I was talking about when we first video. That's going to go on there, and the hose will basically be draped around this and looped, and then it goes up into the holder, which is on the right. So, and the part that I actually cut out for it, and mind you, he's got a John Deere tractor, and you know, please don't turn me in. I'm not endorsing this product, but if I had to, I would, because I like their product. So this is actually going to go on there somewhere in that area, and that's just as decorative. And what it actually says, I think you can read: deer food. Yeah, deer. Diesel. Anyway, so that's going to go on there, and you know, make it fit a little better than it is. There we go. Make it fit a little better than it is, but that's kind of what it's going to look like once I get the portion of it done. And gas cap, fuel pump right there. I think it's going to be kind of cool looking. I do. I mean, for a tanker in it, whatever. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I'll do the welding. Yeah, you don't think you probably really want to see that. I don't have a filter anyway for you to watch me, so I'll just tune you back in after I get it done before I take it to paint. So I got the welding all done on the diesel tank, and all the accessories put on it, and the stops. And I know you guys saw earlier in the video that I was going to put the angle iron underneath the tank and have a block mount and all that. And I started thinking about it, and the idea behind this project was to make it so that my friend, who's 81 years old, didn't have to actually lift heavy stuff. I got to thinking that block might be kind of heavy. Maybe not now, but it's going to get heavy. So I went through a whole bunch of different scenarios of how to stop the wheels from rolling, and I didn't like any of them, or they were too difficult and too time consuming. So I did come up with something. It's not awesome, but it'll work. All I did was stop the back wheels basically, because they're free spinning. So anyway, I'll show you what it looks like, and then explain a little bit. Then I'm gonna take it to paint, and I'll give you guys maybe a final shot of it after it's actually painted John Deere green and yellow. So here it actually is, and you guys saw that. This is all affixed on there now. It's removable, so this can be yellow. I actually welded some tabs on there. D-rings for picking it up. There's the wheels. You guys actually saw I was going to weld the wheels on there, but you guys haven't seen it since I welded them. So this is a fixed wheel in the front, on both sides, and then the ones in the rear actually are, the swivel wheels, so swivel casters. So those are the ones I'm going to try and stop. So I'll show you how I actually did that. Got a little drawing here. Here's another D-ring. So if this is actually the wheel, which is this one, got a little piece of channel down here at the bottom, welded to a 3/4 or cold rolled piece of round steel that comes up, goes through a loose fitting pipe actually, because I don't want it to be really tight. I need it to kind of have some flex and play in it, because he's going to have to push it down and pivot the wheel on it, which is still going to take a little bit of down pressure. And like I said, he's getting older, so so in the up position, which is kind of how that is right now, that's what it looks like. You press it down, pivot it, and he can actually put this wheel right here into this little bracket if you turn it sideways. So let me show you how that actually works. So he'll take this and he'll actually push it down. It's got a little detent right here to keep it up, so it can't go anywhere in the position, so he can push this thing around when it's on the ground. When he's got it up in the air like this, hanging from these D-rings, he'll just take and push this down, turn it, and then he'll actually just pivot this into here, and that actually stops that wheel, and it'll actually sit on here. So now that wheel can't spin, and there's one on the other side. The front wheels won't actually have anything, but they shouldn't need anything. So yeah, that's how that's going to work. And he came by today and he could do it. He didn't have any problems doing it, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to paint this whole portion yellow, because it's all removable once you remove this pin. Plus this decorative on the front. The rest of it's probably all going to be, green. And this will be yellow, and this will be yellow. But hey, took a little break and thought I'd better show you guys that fuel tank. Finish up that video. It's been a little while. I've had a few projects going on and been away from it for a while. But I've had it done. Just haven't had a chance to film it. So this is what it looks like finished for the most part. Give you a little bit of a close-up there. This is with its decoratives that have been painted, which I told you I was going to do. This is with the decoratives in the back, the wheels on it, kind of down to the ground, kind of hard to see, I know. Deer food, like I showed you. The tank is actually the pump on there. Hose, like I showed you, it's just a hose holder. Painted up the fill right, if this was black. Also another foot piece, like I showed you. But yeah, it rolls like, it just rolls like a dream. It's just really smooth. Of course, there's no fuel in it, but overall, I think it's actually pretty good. I do like it. I think it's pretty cool. Jim came over and saw it, the guy making it for, and he absolutely fell in love with it. He was like a little schoolboy. I thought it was pretty cute, actually. But it is something that's going to fit a need. So anyway, that's it. I assume you don't have any more questions about it. There's not much more to know, really. You know everything from the video. So appreciate you watching, and I'll try and finish up some of my other projects. I know I've got many of them in midstream, but I just have too much stuff going on. So I'll try and get some more videos out there. It's not because I don't want to. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day.